And that's quickly confirming she wasn't the intended target. Instead,
I feel like, well, I can't talk.
That's what y'all live. But y'all live on the we testing right now. The ocean one. So this is on a regular page. It's not on Beyonka's Playhouse. But y'all still live just in case somebody.
Right now we live.
We live right now.
But this is hopefully nobody. It's only like 256 subscribers on that page.
Holy!
Shit! Fix it now. So let me just come tell y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. But this is going to be our regular YouTube. And if this goes through tonight, because it seems like it's a delay. Like on
that truck got a ticket down there.
whose truck?
Our truck. Review it.
It's 7:35.
Yeah. Okay. 37. What you have to do?
7:35.
No, I'm talking about. Will they gonna be told or anything?
No, it just gave us a ticket warning for this.
That need to be
It's live on what?
on
No, not.
Oh, that right there is on let me pull it up. You on YouTube?
No.
You know everything you gotta go to on his phone is look at this. Is it you? Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah, got 27,000 locks on his phone.
It worked for me. I pick up my phone.
It's your face.
Connect to my phone. It open up. Okay, so that sounds really good. Okay, that's what we're not gonna do.
You did it.
See, oh yeah, do you say it's loud? Oh, it's 286 subscribers. Oh, I look at it.
No, we need to start this soon.
I just turned it. You see how it's delayed?
Hold on, let me just start something right here.
See, it's a delay. I see what they're saying. I don't know how to fix that. Okay, go. All right. See, it's a delay. I see what they're saying. All right, it's getting on my nerves now, child. Look, Amy.
It really is. Oh, Lord, help us. You affect up indivisible. You doing that intentionally. No, or you.
But that's not going to be one that intentionally. That's the task.
So are you turning it off?
No, it's still going to work. So, just show. This is not
You gonna turn it off the phone?
turn it off. You okay now,
I was having a meltdown.
I saw you.
Oh, we're not
We live on everything. What's up? Welcome everybody to Beyonka Studios. We are live. This is the Recipe Podcast, and I am here tonight with my. Oh, it is okay. Shine bright like a diamond.
Dang. It's, you want some real shit tonight, y'all.
And listen,
He got in that bad shirt. He is in
yeah, okay. The toughest job. That is a tough job to be a dad. I ain't even gonna lie, especially nowadays. Because you gotta protect and they're going other guests. Other guests is popping up. We all late, so y'all know how we do.
I was on time. I actually was 2 hours early.
I was about 3
minutes.
Oh. Y'all,
Yeah.
look, we was together on that baby. Y'all know Shay from Around the Way is in the house today. I don't know how to decide. That was a whole rhyme. Tonight we are talking about traps. What is
Like, so I wanted to know what trap are we talking? Are we talking about the trap?
Huh? You gotta warn me when random people are coming for the show. I know you.
A what?
First of all, we live. Open the door. See if you open it. Are you okay? Yeah. That's
We like
that's our producer in the background who's not.
Oh, let him in.
Yeah, let him in. Come on. But ooh, really? Tell me. Okay, before we get started, we're gonna let the other guests come through. Just. And here he comes, Brother Jay. Hold on, wait. What? Yeah. What's up?
Hello. What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, good.
So tonight's topic is traps.
What trap are we talking about? What trap are we talking about? Are we talking about the trap? Because we can talk about the trap. Or are we talking about being trapped?
We're just talking about traps. We're not talking about the trap house or being in the trap. We're talking
I
about
just wanted to clarify some
trap.
things.
So anything. That's that.
That's that shade from around the way attitude.
Except 'cause I had some baking soda in the car. I'm gonna leave that there.
Y'all gotta go to jail.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, okay, so she kind of like, I said one thing, and you kind of like went into something else on it, right?
Cause I was a
I
little.
mean, no, it's cool, it's
So-
cool, it's cool, it's cool. So you was kind of like, you know, like, who said more traps?
Right, men or
Men or
women.
women.
So that's the first thing that came to my mind.
So no disrespect, but I'm gonna jump out there and
Joe can tap his watch.
That was the.
so
Technical. guy.
I'm live right now, bro. I'm gonna tap in with you in the morning. So,
Let me see.
oh, that's my guy.
Oh no, I'm talking about. Oh, you
Oh.
really was talking.
Yeah, I was really.
Just one of them shows.
Listen.
What I'm saying is, I feel like women do,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you how. Right?
Cause you're a man.
Yeah, I think Kai's gonna go.
That's just how it's gonna go.
I think the men. No, real talk. I'm
Say what?
Let me explain that. You didn't tell for me like one. I got a fully loaded clip. I'm ready. So this is what I'm saying. All right, if a guy and a girl is sleeping together and she ends up pregnant, now neither one of them talked about doing anything else besides sleeping together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now she feel like he got his shit in order and stuff like that, and she ends up pregnant. Now she don't have to come and tell that guy that she pregnant, or she can start before they even become intimate through their courting stages or whatever. Regardless of however it is, she can just tell the dude like, look, straight up, if you don't keep doing this, I'm telling you now, I don't believe in abortions. Right? She can keep it apart. But in most cases, women don't do that. A chick can get pregnant, knowing that the guy, it was never a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. We just screwing around.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the guy and say, I'm pregnant. Shorty, you ain't got to tell him that you're pregnant. You knew off the hustle that you was pregnant. And when you found out you was late, you could have took a pill. You could have took a morning after pill, whatever the case. Nah, women make that choice before a guy even has the choice to say, I don't want no kid. I do want the kid.
I got
You sure? You better get him.
We gotta get it and have that kid. Now I'm talking about on the tip of the unprotected. I'm not talking about when you just going in all willy nilly. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when she knowingly say, all right, I'm gonna let this guy go up inside me and he's unprotected or whatever the case may be. And that is a choice that they're both making. However, if she furthers that and say, well, I'm pregnant, I feel like that's a fucking trap because that nigga never told you that he want a kid.
Are
So
you done?
in all reality, you track that nigga.
You done?
Go ahead, sister.
First and foremost, everyone has a choice and an option in the matter.
Okay.
So both of you laid down. Both of you had the option and the choice to protect yourself. Both of you are grown, or if you are young, knowing what you could possibly create, having intercourse. Both of you
She could have
had that understanding. So it's not like the guy is incompetent. Because the guy isn't
She
incompetent.
could have took the morning.
Listen. That's you making a choice and a decision for her, knowing that you laid down with her. Correct?
And knowing that she will have that option. Like you're knowing that she can have the option to take a morning
Like mentally, you're saying, "Damn if you do, damn if you don't." As a wife, the baby, you need a man.
I understand that. But if I never told you that this is what I wanted, or you never said that, she ain't saying then that's some fucked up shit. Is a trap.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Man,
we got more of an option than they do because I got 33 words. Pull out games.
you free come.
Yeah, but
What? Do you know what pre-cum is?
yeah,
Become kids upstairs. Of course I should.
That's a bad. That's a bad.
Further, and I'm a further. Or a chick, or these sisters out here, got some straight bum ass chicks. Let me finish.
You know they wrong.
Let me
I got you.
and people know how to wear masks very well. That is a fact. It has. Let me finish. Let me finish.
You attract what you are.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
You attract what you are.
if she on
No, I ain't gonna say that because I attracted some real bum ass niggas and I ain't no bum ass nigga.
and she attracted this, so now they rocking at each other. She get pregnant. She come tell the dude, you don't know how to respond. She ends up pregnant. Okay, then what?
That ain't her business that a nigga don't know how to respond.
What? But is it her business that she used the children to hold on to the relationship? Is it her business that she used the children?
Yes, because we are subject to
The same. Fucking
we need to
spare track. It don't matter. I'm just talking about tracks in general. Yeah.
be trapped, right? It's something that you are not like when you're trapped.
Not just about the
It's not an option.
women use children.
And listen, when you're trapped, it's not an option.
Right.
That's when you're trapped.
yeah, there is a pregnancy trap, but it's not presented that way. Like, if you a guy with substance, right, and you get with a female, the trap would be if she was poking holes in the condom. That's the trap.
That
You
part.
feel me? Or she telling you, "Oh no, I'm on
birth control. I don't want no babies.
and she knows she not."
That's the trap.
Conversation never comes up between either party, and she's
So both of y'all know what y'all doing.
right. But if that's
It could be boring here.
understood loud and clear. If that's not a conversation that's happened, why would one assume one way or the other?
See, that's the Bible. That's what I'm doing. And say, listen, this is what I don't want. Period. I don't want kids. So we ready to let her, we ready to do what we ready to do.
I'm strapping up.
Just know I'm strapped up.
I'm strapping up.
I don't want kids. And I'm letting you know that now.
Man, women be trapping niggas point blank period.
Okay.
Doing it for
You
money.
no.
They do it for money. They do it to hold on to the nigga. All that stuff.
That's the thing, right? Let's just get to this space, right? Of right now being trapped. Because for men who feel like they are trapped.
It's a lot of y'all out there. No, Jolly here for y'all. Don't worry.
Okay,
Holy
Jolly.
shit. Holy shit.
I feel like they are being trapped. First of all, you're over the age of fifth grade. Okay. If you're over the age of fifth grade, and I said exactly what I said. If you're over the age of fifth grade, then that means that you have some comprehension skills. That means that you have some intelligence, that you understand what it takes to make a baby. You understand what it takes to make decisions. You have a choice and you have a decision to make the moment. I'm talking to y'all because I can't talk to him right now. The moment that you decide that you like somebody, little boys and girls, listen, this is how it goes, right? When you meet somebody and you decide that you like this person enough that you want to go and be intimate with that person, understand that everything after that moment changes. You are making a decision now to do something with someone. So one of the hardest parts of life for me is accepting the things that I cannot change. Like, you know that saying, like, you know, the serenity, like,
I got the serenity prayer on myself.
It took a long time for me to understand that. Like,
it did.
When that happens, it's because I have put my life in somebody else's hands. I've come together with somebody else to where now we make a decision, not just me making a decision. So if I'm making a decision, even to kiss a man's or woman's lip, if I'm making a decision to do anything with another person, anything that happens after that is on both of us. It's not on just me or just you. It's on both of us. If I kiss your lips and I get a bump, okay, if I get a bump, pissed. I'm pissed. Okay, now I need to. The person I just ain't tell me that this was dirty and sex. Be mad about that. I could be like, damn, you couldn't tell me you couldn't tell me your lips was dirty. No, I should have inspected that shit, okay? Should have inspected it. I should have made sure, like, wait, because when I kiss these lips, I need to make sure. You feel me? So to be accountable. And I think once we start holding ourselves accountable for the actions that we make, from the very first action that we take, we can stop placing blame on somebody else for what happens after that. Like, yeah, it's some things that are unruly and out of line when it comes to the decisions that a woman made, the decisions that a man made. Because the same way a man may feel like he trapped because a woman that got pregnant and she ain't tell him that she wasn't on the pill, and a woman could feel like, damn, I got trapped because you don't know. Listen, you don't know when you ready to listen. You don't know. But either way,
Hey, mom, she just escaped.
that part. At least we got accountability over here to the right.
I knew fully well I was circling the block to shoot the club up.
Yes, like, even if she felt trapped, because listen, I'm not gonna lie, I love all of mine, okay, but listen, what to be accountable, because
all that you say, but at the end of the day, it's not a thing of what it is and what it sounds like, and when you use a common sense, it's no different than last week. My truck sitting at a red light. I don't know how in the hell somebody hit the side of my truck from behind, sitting at and I'm parked at a red light. I don't know how it happened. You can sit here and
that's
say,
different.
No, you can sit here and say, common sense will tell you that if your brakes are going out of control, you don't go to the right. When you're in the sense all the time.
But we sense it.
Not wrong.
You're right. You're right. But even still, you know what? When the accountability comes in knowing that.
It's not about locking a nigga in with you shorty for 18 years. If that nigga came to you and said, hey, that motherfucker in a relationship, then you need to get that nigga that one or two things. You need to sign that shit over to him and go on about your motherfucking business. Y'all work out some sort of arrangement. Or move the fuck on. What I'm gonna try to trap a nigga into something that he don't want with you. Just because a nigga wanted that pussy or vagina doesn't mean that he wanna be trapped in a relationship with you. Cause y'all know
pussy or their vagina so much so that you allow yourself to be trapped. Because you are allowing yourself to be put in a trap
Because if you know full well that you don't want to be connected to the get up to a what's going on? It's like, and that just gave me fucking PTSD. They fucked up and they can't get their shit together. Right, here's the thing. I feel like when you put a child in like foster care shit like that, y'all ain't got your shit together, okay? You got to do that you and the baby fucking mouth. You got the shit to do with the baby mouth. Here's the thing about that. And start fucking protecting me. Get a protector. Here's the thing about that. You still have people out here who are just generally speaking, you got people out here sleeping with crackheads, bro. It happens. You know, come on.
Stay trace.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying. Sometimes, certain people, not everybody should have kids, bro.
Gotta have a little self-control.
I understand what you're saying, but not everybody should have kids. Women out here with 4 or 5 positions. It don't mean that they should be out here having kids. Like you said, let me go. Yo, why?
Wait, I got this. You wanna know what's crazy? A man will sit there and watch a woman with 3 and 4 kids and will still have sex with her and be like, "You trapped me." That's fucking diabolical.
Right. And if 3 or 4 kids, no, she ain't shit. We'll try to get her. That is why
Now you see a fat ass walking down the street, and the whole time you see that fat ass walking down the street, she got a choo-choo train full of children walking behind her. And guess what? You still won't beat that horn. You still won't get that number.
That's why
That's accountability, right?
That's what I agree with you on when you say you should have self-control. I agree. It works both ways with that.
Both ways.
Control. Absolutely.
That's about when you lay down to create that.
That's reason to me, then that takes away the whole trap because you're in you can only be trapped.
She should have went and got there more than that to pay.
Yeah, he strapped up. Yeah, he could have just not.
We're talking about what's going on right now.
Oh,
We're talking about. We're not talking about. Oh, talking about the what's going on right now. These gonna be out here trying to trap these niggas.
they don't. Same thing.
I'll be sick of these niggas.
They're not trying to get what you're saying, but men do the same thing. Because let me tell you something. I've literally had men make sure that they trap me, and this is real shit. And my kids,
Turn up. Not understand phone bill.
no, I'm talking about
Yeah, man.
Wonderlands.
he cut the wires on in the car. Like I don't have it. Tires cut off. I had 4 cars in the parking lot. 1 tire on each car was cut. Okay. I've had him do crazy things, but I'm talking about when you talking about just the entrapment. I done had hoes putting a condom, like from a nigga, like real shit. Like I done had a man give me something to make me go to sleep, and I wake up to fuck what done happened. Like I done been there. So I'm not gonna say that they set more traps, but what I will say, we may outnumber y'all, but y'all getting plenty of us. So
So a trap could be a form of many things. A trap could be a form of I'm talking my shit to you. That's an entrapment.
Yeah,
your intentions
right.
Good. That's an entrapment.
And entrapment is getting married with a job and then lose and then quit your job and you get married. Literally. And
that's fucking bamboozle.
Quit.
Like, I'm saying, like, men do things as well, just like women. But all in all, we have to be definitely equal. Definitely.
Now, it's not going to seem equal coming from opposite perspective because we don't fall victim to men traps, so we don't really know men traps. Just like y'all don't fall victim to women traps. But I think a universal trap is just not representing yourself to be who you really are in the beginning.
Okay,
You feel
and
like
that's like what you said.
I laugh for the my baby father ain't shit, and the whole time you just mad at the nigga. You feel me? Like it's universal traps that we both make all people set sometimes on both sides. And the main one I think is just not being who you are. It's fronting like
And lying, especially you're trying to impress, and you trying to impress somebody, and you just being completely dishonest about the things that you can bring to the table, but who you are, but also what you could bring to the table, what you looking for. You have people that out here going on dates just telling you what they seen that you posted on Instagram and Facebook so that they could be what they think that you need them to be. Like, those are traps, because then when that mask, as Jolly always say, come off, when the representative come off and you see that that person is completely opposite of what they said, then okay, yeah, that's a trap. But still, that's why I say, like, if you get past the 5th grade, you start you a little intelligent, like, enough to know, like, hold on, this don't look right. Like, real spill Holyfield, I have to be accountable myself for allowing myself to fall for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me that you got a high school education, you going to college, you got all these aspirations, and you doing all of these good things. But if I see you standing on the corner at Walbrook Junction every week, then I mean, like, either I'm going to really see things for what they are, or I'm going to allow myself to listen to the bullshit. So that's why I said you have to have some accountability, because I can be upset and mad and feel like, dang, like I had all these dreams and aspirations that things was going to be this certain way because of what this person told me was going to be, but what this person showed me was something completely different. And
you go through a lot dealing with having a child. So for them, it's an entrapment. You know what I'm saying?
You just men, those of us men, not all of y'all, if y'all some y'all watching, those of us men who go out here day in and day out and take care of the things that we're supposed to take care of, first and foremost, our responsibilities. Our responsibility first starts with ourselves. Our motherfucking family. It starts with ourselves. Because you as a man, you have to establish your foundation first. And then you can branch out and stuff like that. But the point that I'm trying to make here, speaking in reference to traps, is it comes with the whole thing of, and I'm not going to go into it, I'm just going to, this is another topic. But
you didn't mention any topics today.
It's still pertaining to traps. I feel like the topic of the state enforcing a man to do something. See, a chick will get with a dude, and let's say they're in a situation where they want a kid. Where they want a kid, right? And they both parties agreed to have the kid. Now, when both parties split, both parents, or the guy, for example, because unfortunately, I don't know why it's like that. You have some cases where it's a little bit different. I know a brother or two where they got their children. But in most cases, that's not the situation. It's the other way around. They go with the woman. Now, why did you feel the need after we split? The whole time we was together, you ain't had me down there. Now we split, and you want to take me down there. Why do you want to take me down there? Say what?
Why would you take somebody down if y'all together? Y'all in a relationship?
Why would you take me down there?
You're still on it. Can you just say that?
See, that's what I said.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Some people, the men, and it's unfortunate.
This is women attribute the man's reputation of him.
Listen to what I'm ready to say. In most cases, because I've been around a lot of women in my family, I'm around a lot of women that deal with this. So for most cases, men that aren't with the woman, stop providing for the child. Stop doing for the children.
Most cases,
stop even seeing them.
Most cases where?
Even in my relationship.
But see, that's the thing. When you look at statistics, let's look at facts now.
Let's look at
That's
that.
BS.
No, that's I know.
The majority, okay, I'm talking about statistically speaking.
Yeah.
Yo, the majority of the men that are on the enforcement, and again, don't want to get over it, but when they split, therein lies another form of entrapment. Because what happened?
My sister, she got baby father after child.
No, but you try to bring the facts to the table next week because let's speak about child support. In the field, because I'm not just in the field for me. I'm in the field as an advocate for young mothers as well as an advocate for young fathers. I'm in the field for children too. And out of the 15 years I've been here, I have literally only heard 2 men who actually stood up and took care of their children after they left the mother. Like, fought for their children. It's not more. Say that it's not more. But I'm telling you, no. Say hi. Say what
That's a lot of the men.
so what I do? Saying that there's not a lot of good men because even where I worked at in DSS, there were a lot of black men who worked with me who were good fathers. So I'm not saying that they weren't, but I'm talking about who came to my door for help in advocacy services. 99% of the people that came for help was women, even when I opened it up to men. So I'm not saying that there's not men out here that aren't being good fathers after the women leave, but what I'm saying is there are a lot more men that aren't being good fathers after the relationship than it is with. But we won't get the real statistics and the real facts on it because I'm definitely here for it.
And that's really because
So like I was
it's a lot of it's really a lot of bitter men out here.
Yeah.
A lot of bitter men, and I don't know if they're bitter because of the situation. They're bitter because of their situation.
Control. Men like control, and men are very egotistical, and men are very prideful, and men like for things to be done. Men like for things to be done the way they believe it should be done. A lot of men don't want to have the system to step in when it comes to them providing for their children because they believe like, no, I'm going to do what I can. Like that, like you're saying, like I was doing whatever before, that's what I'm going to do after, or if they weren't, and the same with the men that wasn't doing nothing before. They're not going to do nothing after. It's kind of the same
so
thing.
Again, I still say, whether you agree or not, I still say that there are a lot. You say
A lot.
you
I definitely believe tired. I definitely believe
women
definitely believe tired.
and it's for children as a form of tactics in order to
I really believe that's in a lot of men.
It's almost like
too.
It's a control thing.
what do you call that joint? A residual income. They use the children as residual income when it comes to those relationships.
Child support not even enough. It's not even enough. To take care of children. So for women, that's disrespectful because child support is not even enough. It's nowhere near enough. My ex-girlfriend was getting $23 every 2 weeks for child support.
And she was probably only getting that because that's all the dude could afford. I know how it works for a
that child support.
not
The table.
if she cannot afford the children without that man being in the household, then why the fuck won't she just get the children to the man?
Because why would she have to pay $20?
It's not to show that you can. Now, that's another problem I have. Talking about traps. Who does he got to show? Why do I got to prove something? I
said before, when you make a decision to be with a person, when you make that decision, it is no longer just you. It is y'all. It is us. It is we. So when it comes to that child, even if you feel like if the relationship could be over with, but y'all still have to make a decision together about this child. So you should want to make sure that she's good. If she got the kids, you should want to make sure she's good. Exactly. So that's how you speaking of it.
Wow.
Yes, the point that I'm trying to make here when it comes to trapping is women, I feel like, in generally speaking, that women use the children as residual income.
That's insanity. It's a vanity.
It's my opinion.
It's my opinion. Like everybody got answer. I don't want you to have an opinion.
My thing.
You gotta have an opinion.
Which is like what Jay said. Women often say that same shit. Like, oh, well, you gotta prove to me. I've heard it before. Over and over, women always say, oh, well, he gotta prove. So it's okay for him to receive that income. But in order for him to get his child, he gotta prove something to you.
You know,
I forgot to say the batteries come off.
oh yeah, they did. And it starts spinning.
Another fact. You know, real talk, here's another fact.
You don't see the fan either.
Here's a fact.
Because he be on it.
They have done a study, right?
Who?
Multiple people, we can bring this up when we talk about child support.
No, it's no facts.
No, so bring it. So it's a fact.
It is a fact.
Because I don't know who these people are talking about.
It is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it forward. That a study was done, and in most households where there is two parents, and then in a household where a parent is ran by the father, the children fare off the same way as they would
In a two-parent household.
in a two-parent household, as opposed to when it is just a single woman in the household.
Right.
It's a fact. It's that shit.
Yeah, that's it.
The more to do that stuff. Just you.
Yeah, a lot of I volunteered for child support, right? It was a few reasons. I wanted to create a baseline and a minimum of what I needed to do, so I knew at least I need to do this. Now, whatever else is just what I do as a man, but at least I need to do this. And that set me up to where though it gives away some of your power. Whereas though, because I wanted half custody, I couldn't get half custody. Had to settle for child support. Was happy about that for a minute. Ended up paying. Not realizing, because I thought I was protecting my rights.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized, like, what rights? You feel me? Like, it's still her decision. I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but it's still, at the end of the day, her decision. As the mother of the child, as the carrier of the child, I believe that the child at certain ages fares better with the mother. Now, that study...
Because Jolly wanted to kill a baby off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just want to say that.
Put it up for adoption.
Deaths happen and murders happen and people die. Some people, you're not supposed to be that free in there. You know,
Get 'em on
the
this.
same way how you got some people out here. It's some really bad people out here in the world. I think even the viewers can agree that it's really some fucked up people out here who are doing some crazy things, abandoning their children, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's just designed to should cease to exist, or breathing rather. So I feel like some of these instances
Oh, shit.
that's
going to be right.
hold on. That semen should have ended up on the bed.
I'm in the perfect example.
The throat,
Oh wow.
or through a Dyson vacuum.
But a law decree for that semen to go to the multiple people now.
Said some of them should have went through that new Dyson. Right?
But why not just not have sex if that's how you feel?
It's not good.
But just strap up.
That's fine.
Or even really choose the person that you land with.
It's about that. Like, don't
Stand with despite your relation.
Like I said, I'm not denying it. Again, this is not about me, even though you may see me triggered or whatever, or excited about this. That's an exciting topic.
It is something. I'm going to cut you off, but you come with a lot of conversations that you have in the community and with people that you know who are bringing you these things. You know exactly they're coming from people that you know, and it's nice and everything. It's cute, but not everybody that you know that's coming with them conversations are really bringing you truth. They're not really bringing you full. Like one thing about people is we never know what goes on behind closed doors. I know you, but I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
3 sides to a story.
Exactly.
Always.
So I'm just saying, you just mentioned like you're not on child support. You know, this is not just your situation. So technically, you're speaking from. Like you said, you here to represent. You feel me? And another representative.
I'm on twice, by the way.
Okay, so you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But not every situation is really that, and it's and every source that you get in, because I know for one, like Russell, it's not
The women like men are really fucking up.
But no, let me just say this.
And that comes from a personal experience.
Then tell women to stop trying to be niggas or men. The women need to learn how to be men partners as opposed to men opponents.
Maybe if women stop being men's providers,
She wants to.
It's not
women. Sassy ass jeans and shit.
That's your choice, not a woman. Now you want a woman that tell you what to wear. It's like that.
I'm looking for a sassy ass man. Because they sick of them raggedy ass men.
It's a lot of sassy men out here.
There's a lot of sassy men. You know what? Phil, especially because you know the Lord. You know, there's a lot of sassy men that are not appearing to be sassy men that are sassy men behind closed doors.
You ain't gonna tell now.
And because they so fucking sassy behind closed doors, and they comfortable with being sassy behind closed doors, when that person that been giving them the comfortability to be sassy behind closed doors leave them with them kids, you feel me? And now they going around wanting to tell everybody how they can't see their kids. No. That's it.
The kids. I'm glad you said that because that's a trap.
Well, how can't see the kids if the kids are grown?
That's
another thing.
Yeah.
Now,
what the fuck you mean?
You straight up told me I'm never the type to be keeping you from your kids and this and that. That was before I kicked that door in about my kids, but anyway,
yeah,
as you should.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a trap I fell for because as soon as shit left. Now I gotta kick in doors, I gotta find you, I gotta do this, do that. And you told me going into this that wasn't gonna be the case.
Give you an opportunity.
You feel me? If I knew you, I might not have, I might have just strapped up and kept it pushing. You feel me?
Like
you feel me? So that was a trap I fell for.
Yeah.
And speaking of traps, you gotta learn how to identify what you don't want to deal with.
Right. It's characteristics.
Yeah.
Before you wasn't off. Like real spill. Like
Again, you yourself, as well as myself, and y'all two, I'm almost certain, you've had previous relationships. And in those previous relationships, obviously they're exes, they this, they that, whatever the case may be. You look back now and be like, okay, dang, that's crazy. Something made you want to tap out of that. Now, whether it was you yourself as an individual, because sometimes we got to check our own self. That's part of that accountability. But sometimes it ain't you checking yourself. It's like, okay, let me check myself as I'm dealing with the stuff in the past relationship, whatever. And as you're going through the relationship, you're checking yourself, but you're beginning to realize that you can no longer do this. You know, I'm back to, working on my health and stuff like that. And one of the things that I used to do about 4 years ago, and just pick things up, started doing it. Even though I only do it 3 nights out the week, but I still do it, which is trying to listen to like an hour or two of positivity throughout the day. Whether it's just jazz, whether it's, motivational speeches, whatever, that's what I'm on. So the point is, in one of the statements the guy had made, he said, people will get mad at you because you've grown, even in the relationship. Right, exactly.
Mhm.
That is a problem because just because when we got into this relationship, I was okay with this, that, and the
But
third.
see, that is a problem because it should be no reason why you're in competition with who you're in a
And,
relationship.
again, and that's why
You should be able to grow.
that's what I'm saying.
Together.
Everybody can't go with you. And as a man, and I'm saying this for me personally now, fuck that. I don't give a damn about the relationship. I will never in my life allow somebody to hold me down. I have growth or I have an opportunity for growth. Now, we can grow together, but I refuse to stay in a position where I'm not growing. In life, in order to get better, you are supposed to outgrow your own self. Whether it was 6 months ago, a year ago, it doesn't matter.
Or yesterday.
But when you yesterday, every day is a new day. So when you wake up, if you wake up and say, you know what, I'm no longer gonna, hit that 211. Or I'm no longer gonna but I ain't gonna hit that no more. You know what I mean? And your partner is still doing that. And as time goes on, you doing what you're doing. You're not smoking and she's smoking around you or he's smoking around you. You're no longer doing that. That means you are growing. That is the purpose of life. We are supposed to grow and elevate from where we're currently at.
Absolutely.
And when you're in a relationship, yes, you want to try to bring your partner along, but sometimes
you can't bring somebody along.
But then that's the point. Sometimes you outgrow somebody.
Absolutely.
So when we're talking about tracks and stuff like that, people do things. Well, it's funny taking the sneakers. You mentioned the slashing of the tires and stuff like that. People are in relationships and they do things to put you in a financial disposition. So if you're going out here, you say, okay, we're together, we having kids, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna work my ass off to make sure my family is good. I'm so caught up in making sure my family is not in need of anything that all the while you're sitting back and you're not doing anything to change our situation. As time goes on, eventually I'm gonna sit back and look like, this ain't working. It ain't. That is a trap. Because you're not doing anything and you're watching me do the same.
No, it's not a trap. That's not a trap. Because you can walk away.
Okay, bro. You told us a story a few shows ago about you should have been walked away from something in your past.
Absolutely.
Okay, what prevented you from walking away when you first found out the first year that shit wasn't working?
Because I didn't believe in myself.
Okay, so that's the point that I'm making. Sometimes we as human beings are in states where as though, you know what, I'm going to be in a state of contentment. That's the reality of what it was. That's how you said, you know what, I have to now, I'm going to a state of contentment. I can't be here no more putting up with this shit. But it is still a form of trap because, people know how to manipulate things. I just got finished talking to somebody about somebody who was working out some manipulation skills. And they're like, people get older. You can't no longer, you can't keep doing it to people. But people will do it, and you will be so caught up even if you love a person. Because I believe half and half is real. You can have deep feelings for somebody, but, I'd rather have loyalty instead of love. That's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is, people will do things. I'm going to make her favorite breakfast. When she get off work, I'm going to rub them bunions and I'm going to lick on that until a volcano explode, or I'm going to run her back. All these things, they're now doing things to prevent you from wanting to walk the fuck out. And because you're in a state of contentment, they see that. And that's why it's good for people to do the counseling and stuff like that. It's good for people to have a friend that, like if I call you up and we have a conversation, I'm not having the conversation so you can be on my side. I'm having a conversation with you so you can tell me about my shit. Same as you. We've had those conversations. But sometimes people don't have those people in their lives to do that.
Mm-hmm.
To know when to be like, yo, give me a hand, yo, what you doing? You gotta pick yourself up. And I'm bringing this up because I just had a conversation with my cousin yesterday evening or whatever the case may be. She live down in North Carolina and she made a post about me today or whatever the case may be. I know why, but when I got off the phone with her, I told her straight up, I said, yo, this is not you. You have to get out of this space. I didn't even realize until like 3 hours later, she went on social media and made a post about me. But I didn't realize that. And everybody needs that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you say contentment. I say is there still a form of trap because they know that you deserve better than what they're giving you.
And you don't really know because you're in a state of vulnerability and you're in a state that you can't really see that you deserve better. So you're trapped. Okay, okay. But you know, a trap is something that you can't get out of. A trap is something that, you know, when somebody just, you know, being like super raw, like, you know, a trap is if you get in that you just cannot get out of. And I believe that, like you were talking about as far as women trapping men or men trapping women, whichever, when it comes to having a child, like that's something that, yeah, you cannot walk away from that. Well, you should not walk away from that child because y'all are together. And it could be a form of a trap because that's something that you end forever together. However, a trap is something that you just simply cannot get out of. And for me, like even listening to everything you just said, like of course I've been in places and spaces in my life to where I was there where I did not have anybody to tell me my worth. I did not know my worth. I didn't understand that I just had a conversation earlier, you know, with my wife, just talking about how with my wife. I just had a conversation with her earlier about how this is the first time in my life that something happened, and what happened like shook me a little bit, you know, and normally it would shake me to where I'm just full of fear. Like, what am I going to do? Like, oh my God, I don't know, you know, and I'm scared and I'm scrambled. But in this moment in my life, I'm actually in a space where I'm like, whatever happened, I know I'm good. I got a partner next to me. I'm good. You know, I'm good.
Hate the player, hate the game.
Anyway, I only speak about that because it took for me to, and like you said, I at the time, like, who's going to tell me, like, girl, get up out of that? You know what I'm saying? So it took for me to get out of those places and spaces that could be considered traps, because I was in places and spaces with people that held me down from getting to where I am today. And it wasn't until I got myself up and said, well, Allah got me up. Allah got me up, and Allah allowed me to see, like, you got in this. You know, you got to get out of that space. So we mention all of that to say, like, you know, it can be a form of a trap, but I still don't believe it's a trap because you're able to get out of it. You can come out of it. It's very heartbreaking. Even now, there's a young lady, I just posted her, committed suicide yesterday. It's completely heartbreaking. You know, this woman, she's a grown woman, has her own business, and, you know, was successful, but whatever was happening behind closed doors allowed her to think that she couldn't get past that. So she had to make a decision, like to push forward or to let go. And, you know, Allah chose for her to let go, you know, and she's not here anymore. And I only speak of her situation because, again, it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice that you choose. We have to be accountable. One of the other things that I love that you touched on is like when you grow. Mm-hmm. We're all growing mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We're all growing, and we're all taking everything, all of the ingredients from our past is being spazzle dazzled into who we are today. And so, because I love you, and I you know, you're very intelligent, and I want you to let go of all that toxicity that them dumbass niggas is putting in your head.
Tantrums.
Okay, but I want you to let go of that because I want you to understand that at our age, that we have a choice. We have a choice. It ain't an easy choice. It's not an easy choice. Nothing is really easy, but we have a choice. Whenever we feel trapped in, we have the option to get out of or make it a better situation for us because
I have a prime example. Let's talk about the relationship I had. Felt like I was trapped in, right? So me and her had a daughter together. Was in her life since she was 2 years old. Raised her all the way until she was 18 years old. And I had a choice and a decision. Do I continue with their fuck shit and allow them to use me and abuse me? Or do I love me enough to let that shit go?
oh my
Man.
It was the toughest, hardest decision in my life because I raised her.
Mm-hmm.
I shed blood, sweat, and tears with her. And her mother was at work. No disrespect to her mother. Her mother was a good mother. But I took off work to do them doctor's appointments. I was at every school function, at every PTA meeting. I was kicking out that $1,750 for her to go to private school. I was kicking out $1,000 for a prom dress. Like, that was me. So, do I allow her to manipulate me into paying what she wants me to pay for to continue a relationship with this young lady that I raised and that I paid 10 times food for already? Or do I say, fuck that shit? I love me enough.
Right. But that's the self trap.
Self trap.
Yeah, that's the self traps. I've battled with self traps a long time because for a while now, for a while in my life, I didn't realize that my weakness and my type were two different things. And by me knowing me, my weakness would have me dealing with women. And by me being as loyal as I am, putting up with things after the relationship, during the relationship, and not even liking what I'm dealing with.
That's deep.
Not even liking what I'm dealing with. Complaining about it, praying about it, but I'm choosing to deal with it because of my loyalties. Now, the trap was me not recognizing that my loyalty shouldn't be placed with this person because that's my weakness and not my type. I used to rock with the weakness heavy. Still do that to 10:30 sometimes. I had to realize my type is different. My type is what's good for me. My weakness is my weakness.
Mm-hmm.
That was that, and I had to realize that. And some like mad kids, I got two biological, but I helped raise a whole lot more. And having to deal with not only that I had to let you go, now I got to let them kids go.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's the rough part.
Yeah.
That's the heartbreaking part.
Yeah, for me it was.
No, I'm not what I'm saying. It's devastating.
For sure. Like,
It's like you having a kid for 18 years.
FTK. Go ahead.
What that mean? What that mean?
No.
What that mean?
Nothing, baby. Go ahead.
Go
ahead, baby.
I just figured it out.
Yeah.
I didn't know at first, but I had to figure it out. Well, I said it. Yeah.
What the fuck he said? Fuck you, nigga.
No, that's shit. Fucking kids. You have to go to the kids. My niggas. That's all.
Bush Malone.
But yeah, like, no, it's all right here. Yeah, so I see she's from English. Like when you speak, because when you dealing with women who got kids prior to you, you gotta treat them like they're yours. So you do that for long enough, you can't fake the fact that
y'all finally got
so sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was definitely heartbreaking though.
Yes.
I think I cried more tears than a little bit. Felt like I was breaking up from her, from my daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, okay,
It's a loss. I mean, it's another thing. that I think leads a lot of people into this bitterness is like when you break up with somebody.
You pouring into the child.
Yeah.
I understand, but it's like so. Like okay, so while I'm joking, I'm really not FTK. But the thing is, like I do a lot with the community, and I help out with me helping out and whatever it is that we may do for the community. I feel like that's something that's going to always be there. Meaning that okay, if this child every year for the past several years into the same match and say, okay, every event this brother helping out with this is that and the third. That's where my attachment with kids are, let's say like close to me, like people I grew up with and stuff like that. Other than that, as far as relationships and stuff like that are concerned, like I feel me personally now, I can detach myself from a relationship with children because whether you stay in there or not, after a while, them children will get up and they going out.
Yeah.
As far as the community, you do have some children in the community who did leave the community, but at the end of the day, like so a lot of them are still like local, still coming to the community. They may go here, they may go here, and stuff like that. I really felt old when somebody called me. They put a brother before they called my first name, and I'm like, what the hell? Like that made me feel old, but then it also made me smile because now I realize, like over the past definitely about a decade now, that it's been paying off. So when it comes to me wanting to pour into children, I got the community to pour into.
Yeah.
That's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
But after you can.
Shout out to my baby Pooh.
Hey, yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Malcolm Ruff in this district. He is running for, I believe, state senate. I just left there. Again, shout out to Malcolm Ruff. If you haven't voted, get out there and vote.
Okay.
When the time comes.
When that time comes. Yeah.
His coming out, he's going to be running for a state senate.
Now,
Okay.
I've also came across something called I call it the Philly trap, and it's
in on this.
it's relative to Muslim men.
Okay.
We have a because in Philly, shout out to Philly, but y'all will change the dean the match, but but anyway, I know I've seen situations where as though the brother and the sister will have a disagreement, and the brother will find a way to Islamically insert an opinion, and if right, as though if you go against him, he put it like you go. Not only are you going against me, but you're going against me and God.
Wow.
You doing Philly trips?
I call it the Philly trap because now you manipulating the person's belief in their creator to match what you got going.
I've seen situations. Well, damn, why the hell are they not researching it?
Now, because a lot of times it's about
I'm like really plugged in now.
It's about how you interpret your interpretation. Man, you can read the same verse, but if I'm interpreting it different,
yeah,
and you get some of your, especially in the man and women situations, I might be your teacher.
Yeah. And the husband is the teacher.
So
the husband
you gonna take it as that's what he said. That's what it's going to be.
That's deep. That's deep.
Like for
real. You feel it right, but hey, sister, don't really mean that. Like
that's deep.
He was supposed to check with you before he did that, or nah, you ain't have to really put with that. But they use verses to back their argument without the understanding.
And basically giving them the permission to do things. And then a woman, wow, yeah, now that's a trap because if you don't know, you don't know, and so you stuck in that because you don't know. And one thing about,
I think that might be
that's really like into it. Like I've seen even seen sisters that will change, from Sunni to Salafi to going to because of their husbands who they marry and what they're teaching them. So yeah, that's deep. That's a whole nother.
So gotta be powerful when it comes to the Muslim community. Like you gotta make sure that you know what somebody is upon.
That's deep. Yeah.
Because it's just like any other religion or whatever. Like you're not gonna follow Reverend Joe Blow when he whipping out the 2026 New Testament. Like the Bible,
right.
How the hell you just skip the gospel from what it was and start tapping into it or whatever? And it's it's shocking because how you broke it down and explained it, but that happens a lot. Like when people tap in religion and they use that or whatever the case. A friend of mine, she's going through something right now, and she's a Christian. And I'm like, wow, like I can't believe dude acting like that. He don't want to do this, he don't want to do that. Now he's forming a track because if you just cut this off, then you literally put me in this situation where how can I get out?
Yeah.
So,
and I have a question, right? Yeah, that's the Philly track. But I've come across a new statement, right? Love bombing, right?
Oh, I've been hearing about this love bombing too.
That confuses the shit out of me because when they say it, it's in a negative light. But everything they say is love bombing is positive.
Because it's so I heard it both lights as well. Like I heard love bombing is like, you fall in love and you just giving that person all of your love at one time. But then I also heard that it could be negative when it's like they love bombing you with some ill intentions, ill intentions.
I apologize, viewers. Run that back.
It's a new term I came across, right? It's a bunch of new terms. But love bombing, right? And it's connected to narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear it, I hear everything that I would do while I'm courting a woman and while I got it. But in that light, it's deemed negative, and I'm guessing it's because of the intent. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's a thin line when it comes to your intention because I intend to manipulate your feelings when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's my intention. That's why I'm doing all this, to get you to feel the way I want you to feel.
Yeah.
Now, if my intentions are to do it in the negative, like get a negative outcome, cool, but my actions are all going to be the same.
Yeah.
So how do you determine if a person is love bombing you for a good intention or bad intention?
Yeah, that's deep. I'm so glad I'm ready right now because that's deep. I didn't
want to do it.
I actually saw a video of somebody saying like they were love bombed.
Right.
And it was like, well, what the fuck is all this? Like, I love me getting love bombed. Like, what you mean you love bombed? That must be like amazingly love bombed, right?
Right.
But the person was love bombing them to get them out of a situation. Right. And so again, this is like a form of trap because the person was dating two people.
Right.
But one of the people was super love bombing him. The other person was just like, no, he's just chilling. Like I'm not gonna give too much. Like, we dating, we filling each other out. Like, so they was trying to
keep a side nigga on the side. Okay.
He just assumed him. But I wasn't gonna say that. No, but yeah. So like I'm chilling, like I'm not really gonna do too much. And then the other guy's like super like overly loving, giving everything. So
I hate them niggas. Go ahead.
So the other nigga found out, like she told him straight up because she was honest. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm dating. I don't know what I want to do, and they were okay with that because they were dating too.
Okay.
But when it got to the point where feelings started to get involved, then she said like, listen, this person like every day is like giving me flowers, giving me this, like always like making sure I know like they have love for me. Their intentions is to love me. Like, and the other person was like, yeah, that's all materialistic. Like they giving you all
some kind of electronic impulsor to leave as a text message.
Yo, his phone is the most technical shit I've ever seen. What was that?
Jarvis.
It was
That's
okay.
deep. So the guy basically was like telling her, like, if that's where you want to go, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to stop you, but I do have, love for you. Like, I really have got feelings for you too, but I'm not going to shower you with gifts to show you that I have feelings for you. I'm not going to take you to all these fancy places. Like, we've been doing some regular stuff. We've been chilling, and I like your vibe. You like my vibe. Like, why should I have to do more? So later on, long story short, of course, she went with the guy who was love bombing.
Right.
And that's where this whole time, like the love bombing. So the guy who was love bombing, once she let the other guy go, he fell all the way back. Like, oh, okay, I got her now. Like, and now it's no more gifts coming. It's no more taking you to fancy restaurants. Now he like, well, what you cooking for dinner? Like, oh, well, where you taking me? Like, where we going? So the dynamics changed completely. So she went off. Like, you love bombed me. And he was like, ain't that what you supposed to do? Like, wasn't that what I was supposed to do? So she ended up not being with either one of the guys, but that's where the term came. So what I took from that was a lot of people, men and women, will go off of what they see on the surface. And what's on the surface, like them flowers are nice. The flowers look good. But what's behind those flowers? What was the thought process behind those flowers? So I think some kind of electronic impulsor. So what is behind that? And I think for people who are dating right now and they're trying to decipher whether or not this love bombing is a good thing or a bad thing, because I also believe gifting could be a good thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's in how it's corny. It's in how it's being done, and you have to really have those good, deep conversations to know if it's genuine, if it's coming from a good place, a good space, or if this person is really just trying to impress you so that they can get you, because it like. Because they're going to continue after you know what I'm saying? Right. So that takes that real deep, raw, authentic conversation. And I think that's something that everybody should be having. Well, I know you're not. And I looked at you, but I don't know. But that's something that everybody should be having when they're dating right now, is those good, deep, authentic conversations that let people know like what the real intentions are. Because you can give me flowers and you can give a person candy and roses and take them to a loud concert, so you ain't really gotta have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? But if you absolutely not. Going to the movies every time y'all want to go out. Let's go to the movies. We can't talk about nothing in the movies. No, let's go to dinner and we can have some conversation. Jordan said that one time.
No, but she looked at me like I was crazy.
Really? Cute little section, silly. I see a lot of people on little cute dates in Barnes and Noble. That's cute. She probably like, nigga, what you gonna read me a book? Yeah, girl, yes. Let me give you some knowledge.
Now, I've had some appreciated.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. So again, that's what I mean. You gotta have them conversations. So okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and wrap this show up, because this was your topic. Okay, you definitely did your big one on this topic.
Yo, look.
This was God's topic.
I'm gonna say this. It's my personal opinion. I still feel like more women trap guys because they know before guys that they're pregnant, and it's that they make it.
So that's why you feel like that?
No.
That's why you feel like that? Question. You know before the woman know.
Know what?
That she's pregnant.
How?
If you shoot the club.
Because you shy.
So you don't know
she get pregnant off a pre-cum and not... Yeah, when a man pre-comes on a biological tip, and nigga says, "Don't you come," and you'll get pre-cum, and the nigga will not fully come.
So you don't know your body well enough to know when you're ready to pre-cum?
Pre-cum,
it's a little slip.
If it don't mean that you actually...
Well, why don't you wear a condom?
Hey, so that is an option. I'm not refuting any of that. I'm simply saying...
So is that the case? She don't know she fucking pregnant either. So how's she trapping you if you pre-cum? She don't know.
Because, listen, what she could do, the same way you saying, okay, the guy could strap up. Why the hell we back on this topic? Twins.
Yeah.
It's frozen now. She won't jump out the window and keep coming at me. Agree with it, just my statement. But what I'm saying is, yes, she can get him to wear a condom. He could choose to wear a condom. Yes, she can wake up the next day and take the Plan B pill. But y'all heavy period. When y'all go on y'all period, you don't know whether or not it's missed. At that point in time, when a woman misses her,
Sometimes women still bleed on their period.
no,
Say it right.
yes, I do.
So
He also would know if she's pregnant. And when a woman finds out she's pregnant, is what 60 to 90 days she can dice in that motherfucker.
But that's not an easy decision to make. That's nothing easy. Like that's so
to take a life.
yeah. That's
So
not
then
so
why?
easy.
So then if a guy come, look, like I said, you can dice in that motherfucker. So dice in that child, dice in that embryo because there's no sperm in it. Now that's all I gotta say.
And
Next topic. Next topic.
and he's telling you a lot because Allah breathes life into the baby at
90.
7. No, it's 90 days. At the 90 days, we're gonna have to bring them facts too. We're gonna have to bring them facts
60,
too.
it might be 60.
It's not 60.
It
How
might be 60.
is a baby
It is.
breathing?
I'll tell you, 60 to 90.
How is a baby breathing? You talk about a person that's been pregnant 82 times.
Dice in that. And get oxygen, nigga. Dice in that.
You know what?
Sweet oxygen, I think, is a protection. That's what happens. That's it.
It's Cameron.
Jenny.
The comments, his Instagram.
That's it.
2 weeks. He was 2 weeks in embryo, and I'm gonna put that in the comments, and I'm gonna show you. But it's show you facts.
Dice it.
Dice.
You guys last bit.
Cause we are not.
Watch for the traps. Watch for the traps. Whether you set them yourself, whether you walk into them, and if you walk into it, if you look down and see a trap and step on it, it's no longer a trap. It's your house. Get comfortable.
The boots.
Yeah, and just have some accountability. And have some self-reflection.
Don't crack on my
Everybody keep it 1,000. If you coming into a situation saying it's that way, then have it be that way. You feel me? Even if that's not who you are at the moment, if that's what you're portraying, then work to be that. You feel me? And we went for the track.
You ready for me? Ready for me?
But if this is cute, just show me.
That was the second Jay. Let's go down the second.
No, but
Okay. So my advice. I will as soon as we finish this shit because he made me mad to the time. My advice: if you don't want to be in something, don't do something. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The only way that you're trapped is if you trap yourself. And the only way you trapped is if you're in prison for doing a crime, which means you need to be accountable because you did the shit.
Yeah, that's still not a trap. They still made the decision.
But yeah, made the decision. And 1 + 1 = 2. If little Johnny had one egg and the other egg connected, what is that? It's a baby. So if you know, laying down with this dusty, musty, baby ass, dusty ass, trifling ass woman might possibly be your baby. You're not. Because size you stay with slick right in it. So what I say is open your eyes. If you don't like feet, don't look them. You be off the check the horse. You know that she that type of woman. She's evidently you've been dealing with her. You know that she that type of woman, don't do it.
I agree.
This was like that. It's a little this side game. Young boys. If she's on public assistance, don't do it. She has her up and she waiting on you to come here. She pregnant. If you're pregnant, the fact that she's on public assistance puts you on child support. Automatically, they shit out. Let's go. Yeah. The government want their shit back. I like Murray's. I like seafood just like everybody else. But yeah, nice. Take one step. That's not my clothes out. Okay, just say no. Okay, no food. 15. Gonna get you a whole handful. Sure, I'm telling you. 15 stay out there. No, I ain't been a teenager in years.
Yo, every time somebody said they went there, I be like, oh, they burning.
Sweat.
We used to go for the free rubbers too, though. Back in the day.
I wouldn't even go there for that.
Shit.
Go to Rite Aid.
They're not giving them to you for free at Rite Aid. Okay, let me just.
Stop this shit, man.
Did you put this on me? You know what? Let me just say, I am shocked. I am shocked at my wife's behavior tonight.
No, that was some truth.
So go ahead and let that slide because I agree with a teeny piece of what you said. And that's the truth. That ain't nothing but no. These Skeptics, no. That you know if you were. No. Wow. If we switch to a house and you see a roach, yeah, cross that wall. Okay? No, and do this. Get the fuck out of there.
Why is she talking that?
No, somebody has we have 2025, and yes, there are options. But okay, anyway, all right, let's close out with saying this. Okay, let me see the real.
I don't know with nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Place, yeah.
Okay, you got dang, what's going on? But just be accountable. Be accountable for your actions and understand that you have a choice in the matter. You have a choice from the very moment that you start in the process of even talking to somebody else. Like, and make sure that you're making conscious decisions, because when you make the conscious decision to talk to somebody, whether they got a mask on or not, you need to make the let me investigate. In 2025, young men and young women, everybody that's out there courting, investigate.
Just in case search. Just in case search. You want to put their name first, hit click search, and put their first and last name.
Shorty and she good.
Yeah, because you need to make sure that it's no pattern.
That's a full-fledged investigation. She's not about to find out later on that you did things or you had things happen in your past that she didn't know about. Like, she can't say that. So that's why it's important to investigate. So don't just be out here courting. Investigate. So that let me say what I got to say, because all three of y'all said what y'all had to say. So you just sit over there with your glasses on. Damn it. Anyway, do your investigations and hold yourself accountable and stop placing blame on other people.
That's the end all be all right there. We can close it up now.
You know what? Remember that Bob Marley we was talking about earlier? Out the door. It's over. It's over. Welcome to Beyonka. Thank you. You chose the songs you want to hear. You guys for tuning in to the night show. The fact that somebody asked our new fan has asked us to extend the show. We're gonna end the show. You extended the
Playhouse. I'm pushing for 2 hours and
listen, thank you. Okay, and
appreciate all the
comment, Sandra, because you always in here, and she said she knew somebody that was married who got pregnant, and then the husband said, with the husband first child, and the husband said that that's a lot.
What?
Oh, that she, hold on. The husband said,
Oh, this motherfucker. I told him today. You ain't shit.
that the woman was trying to trap him by getting pregnant, but they were married. So how the hell was she trapping the husband by getting pregnant when they were married and you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply? I don't know.
Now, and said, like, if you in a relationship and you in a relationship, right? You just that's a fucking man. Is it not a relationship? It's not a relationship. You feel that shit like we was there. And saying is this. And you go on the door and you say, look, I'm gonna wait 3 years to make sure there's nothing wrong with that because, like I said on one of the shows, that one sister I know, she said you should get married and still keep your own space.
Yeah.
Still blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Where's this? Because nobody gets in a relationship to get out or in a marriage to get a divorce. It happens. Things happen.
Right.
But if you go in the door and you say, yo, I want to wait 3 years, and you make it clear before you even hit the whatever, before we start working on the child, and you say, okay, well, to make me feel more comfortable as a woman, I'd rather you not go out and buy condoms than when I was going to start doing crazy shit and I'm going to hop on BC.
Okay.
And then the month get off of the BC and you try to figure out what the hell is going on and she end up pregnant. That's a
She, but this sister, a person, a woman didn't say that. So,
you say she's in a marriage.
yeah, but it don't say that. Shit out of the watch.
Yeah, if you provide a backstory, you said, I don't know. She understood. That's why you said, I don't know.
That's how. Hey, you been saying it. You make sense, Dad.
That's good for the.
So, Sandra, I hope that answered your question about your friend because that is the actual way that that person could be trapped if they did have that conversation.
So why try to get a
Huh.
I'm gonna get that by boss.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, next week we talk about child support.
Now listen,
Right? I am coming too.
I'm coming. Personal experience and experience of others. Yeah.
Experience of others and throw them in the trash can and set them on fire. But you better do. So, finish out. Thank you.
Thank you for our host.
Thank you, darling. Really appreciate y'all too. Shout out to the special guests, even though one of them was out of line today.
What's not?
Turning it off today.
What that shit?
I did trip over everything.
He took off his glasses to see.
Can't see why. Shady looking.
You really can't see everything, right? Look,
So dumb.
I understand, like you literally just said something, but
Well, I ain't even peeped that over there.
Yo,
I see his finger.
shit.
Job.
Yeah, we do. Yo, Shady on that joint like this.
And I think it's Gizmo and Bentley.
Oh, well, we were agreeing.
Yeah. All right, hold on, wait. You know that was still live. Don't say nothing online. Let me just go back and turn it off.
I'm glad you said something. I said,